6 points, 6 teams. The Premier League title race is officially on halfway through the season. I'm Ty Knight, this is TK24 Sports. Thank you for watching. If you're new to the show, please like, subscribe, turn on that notification so you do not miss the show when we upload. Let's go! Okay, yes, the Premier League title race is on. 6 teams, 6 points separate them, and one team's got a game in hand that can take them, looking at it, 1 point away from the current leaders, Manchester United. That's correct. So this is how the position is. Let's have a look right now. So you've got Man United in first with 36 points, Liverpool in second with 33, City, game in hand, with 32. Then we've got Leicester at fourth, 32. Everton, fifth, 32 points. Spurs, sixth, 30 points. 6 points separate these teams. Halfway through the season, okay, one more game to go for halfway through the season, but hey, who's counting? You are, I am not. Halfway through the season, 6 points. Oh my goodness. And the reason why I haven't counted in Chelsea and all the others, because between United and let's get down to Chelsea and some of the other teams, that's 10 points. That's a lot of points to catch up at this halfway juncture of the season. So I'm not counting the likes of Chelsea, Wolves, Arsenal, and all the other teams. They're out of the title race. They can push for a top 4 charge, but not a title charge, okay? They can push for a top 4, but not a title charge. It's really and truly down to these teams. But if we break it down, if we really break it down, the title race is pretty much going to go to, let's look again. I will say it's going to be between United, Liverpool, City, Leicester, I think will be there, and then Spurs as well. I think Everton will flake out just a little bit, but they will make a top 4 charge. Then you're saying the likes of Chelsea and Arsenal, maybe Wolves go in for a top 4 charge. How's that possible? If the teams you just said are going for a title charge, wouldn't they then also submit the top 4? Not necessarily. And here's why. The ones who are behind know they can't win the league title, but they can go for the top 4. So that makes it more dangerous to the teams who are competing for the league title because they know the top 4 is something that they can guarantee. Well, the teams fighting for the title will try and do their best because they've got to beat the teams also fighting relegation that can scupper their chances for the champions of England. So you can see the predicament in each of these. There's a scenario everywhere you look. But when we're talking about the title charge here, I think this is the most exciting part of the season because there's not a clear runaway leader like it was last season where it became a bit boring. And that's no detrimental fault to Liverpool because Liverpool were balling last season. They were balling. They were going all out. But this year, this season has been great. Don't get me wrong, the pandemic has slowed a few bits down, but then again, so is Liverpool's charge, and they're losing, Van Dijk, and then they're losing Gomez, and I think Matip as well. I think he's pretty much out of the picture for the time being. So Liverpool's had to do with patches here and there in their defence. Their midfield's been fine, their strikers have been fine, but then again, they still haven't been firing on all cylinders. If you look at the win rate, again, let's look. They have 1 drawn, lost. Look at United's form. 1 drawn, 1. Look at City surging back. Drawn, 1, 1. So Pep Guardiola's going on this mad charge right now. He's telling them we can win. We've got the best squad, got the best manager, we play the best football, we've got the best tactics. We are more well equipped to win the Premier League than everyone else. So, what's your thoughts? Do you think it's going to be United? Do you think it's going to be Liverpool? Do you think it's going to be City? Do you think it's going to be Leicester, who I haven't really spoken about, the dark horses, with Brendan Rodgers? They are dark horses. No, they won the Premier League before. Let's not make no mistakes about that. They have won the Premier League before without being a great squad, but they had a great unity, a great belief. But Brendan Rodgers is not going to go down without a fight. Remember his time at Liverpool when they almost won it in that big slip? So do you think Brendan Rodgers has learned from his mistakes, especially from last season when, they dropped off the top 4 race? They literally fell apart towards the end. But this time round, they're not that far away, are they? Look at the points. Leicester are literally, 4 points away. 4 points away from the top. So anything can happen at any moment in time. And remember what I said in the last video, that United's next 5 games are so crucial, it could actually derail them from winning the Premier League. So the top 6 are there. Can Spurs do it? I think Spurs may fall apart at the end because you saw against Fulham, they play in their own half. They rely on counter-attacks. They hoping Kane and Son will always get them out of trouble. And let's be fair about it, Spurs should have really and truly won that game. They had enough chances. They just didn't take them, and it was just a bad day at the office for Spurs. So, who out of these teams will win it? Everton, top 4 charge, not a title charge. So I really am saying this again. The title charge is between 5 teams. United, Liverpool, City, Leicester and Spurs. Everton will make a top 4 charge if they don't flake out the second half of the season. This is an exciting title race this season. With all that's been going on with the COVID and all that crap, late start to the season, no real pre-season games, this is one of the best title races I have seen in a long time, and we're only into the second half of the season. If this continues going the way it's going, basically the title winner will pretty much clinch it between 85 to 92 points with the way it's going. I mean, that's crazy. That's like back in the day, isn't it? Remember those times when 75 to 82 to 86 would win the Premier League? Because the teams are so much more competitive now, the players are more well-drilled, they play better football, it's starting to show even the big teams are struggling to be mid-table and sometimes the bottom of the table because the football is much better. Okay? It doesn't mean that the top teams are rubbish, it just means everyone's catching up. But not everyone, but some are catching up. Okay? What's your thoughts? Who do you think is going to win the Premier League? Am I right in what I'm saying when it comes to these teams? Looking at it again, looking at the form guide. But does form guide go out the window when it comes to the title charge at the end? Yes or no? Does it mean that the players who haven't been stepping up could have a second half of a season rather than a bad first half? What's your thoughts? Please let me know. Leave your comments below. Again, if you're new to the show, like, subscribe, turn that notification so you do not miss a show every time we upload. Thank you for watching. I'm Ty Knight. This is TK24 Sports. We'll see you soon.